You're so pretty, baby, feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. When I wake up, you're the first thing on my mind. I can't be without you, yeah, I need you all the time. Isn't even an option, my favorite concoction all night. Yeah, all night. Don't say that I'm not addicted. I can't feel the way that you lifted. I feel the vibe that is shifting, but I can't do it on my own. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Let me wrap my arms around you. Baby, you can never replicate the feel of the way you light me up tonight is real. And I can't deny it, I'm not lying, take the wheel. This is for real. Don't say that I'm not addicted. I can't feel the way that you lifted. I feel the vibe that is shifting, but I can't do it all on my own. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. My lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. This is more than a crush, more than a like, more than a love. Baby, I'ma make you mine. Whoa. This is more than a crush, more than a like, more than a love. Baby, I'ma make you mine. Whoa. This is more than a crush, more than a like paper, I need it. Ayy, shout out, I just said it, I need the green. That nigga cold, I'ma need it. Bad bitch like what I become, so she gon' eat the semen. Hey, 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 let's get live on a Saturday night, nigga, feel just like Keenan. Let's get live, fuck it on pie. Oh, she said that when she see me, she wanna fight. It's more than a crush, it's more than a lie. Like, in love with the paper, money hungry for life. Let's get live, hold on, inside. Peel off, that's right. Two-tone whip with a Glock inside. Who shot, not I. I'm up the top, I'm just tryna live high. We the youngest who just living life. We just tryna kick it, let's get live. We tryna kick it, pull up to the dojo. Me and my whole crew got a bad like a hobo. I'm up the gas and it bit moving slow-mo. But can't no one fuck me over, I'm on go-go. Pull up the car, having horses like polo. With the bros, but I'm still riding solo. How you gon' hate if you bro, that's a no-no. I got this motherfucker jumping like Pogo. I got it jumping, grab the carbon blues on me, I'm having motion. I'm money hungry if you touch my plate. Then we gon' start a commotion. Bitch, I'm way too deep in the function, I cannot focus. Way too many action from you woods, when you lotion. KD, I swear I don't never be on bro shit. AP, the way I'm running shit, I cop it frozen. This is more than a crush, more than a like, bitch, I need racks. Niggas ain't seeing me, need cataracts. Graduated, but I don't like the cap. I feel like Queen Latifah could set it off and we stay with a strap. M's, I'ma make you mine. Run it up and put my team on the map, let's go. This is more than a crush, more than a like paper, I need it. Ayy, shout out, I just said it, I need the green. That nigga cold, I'ma need it. Bad bitch like what I become, so she gon' eat the semen. Hey, 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 let's get live on a Saturday night, nigga, feel just like Keenan. Let's get live, fuck it on pie. Oh, she said that when she see me, she wanna fight. It's more than a crush, it's more more than a lie. Like, in love with the paper. Money hungry for life. Let's get live. Hold on. Inside. Peel off this ride. Two-tone whip with a Glock inside. Who shot, not I. I'm up the top, I'm just tryna live high. We the youngins who just living life. We just tryna kick it, let's get live.
Stay here on the ground. It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an updraft by the tower, and you overtake it every moment. I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Oh, I can't tell you why. Why you have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape parades you with a sound. It's delineated. No one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and ran to do the same, but they won't make it. Every moment I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is another episode of Nerdy Live. Hope you all are doing well this fine morning. It is Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. You gotta make sure you spend a good amount of time with your loved ones, and maybe think about what you've been thankful for this past year. After all, the year is almost over. A big shout out to Big Papa Lamp for being in chat, as well as Mr. Gamer. Guys, you guys are all awesome. And I feel a little retrospective with the year almost over. And if you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna look over this past year. I had just gotten my my year-end review from YouTube at the end a little bit ago, and it just wow. So the racist comic book fan video is almost at 50K, which it's insane to just think about. Holy crap, almost 50K. I didn't think I would get anywhere near that this year in terms of a video with that many views, you know? And I get it for like other creators, it's very small potatoes. But for me, that it's a huge fucking accomplishment. And I seriously, I have to thank each and every one of you so much, because it's like you guys are the ones supporting me, and it's so awesome. We're almost at, the channel's almost at 3K, and like a month ago, like I don't even think I was like halfway there to 3K, you know. John, you should do the ultimate retard review. Actually, I am planning on doing like I plan on doing a bonus episode for Nerdy Live where we do like a ranking of all the drama that happened this year. Did you see the new YouTube AI thing? YouTube is trying to have a new Nerdy John. Listen, there's only one Nerdy John, okay? There's only one. But yeah, I do plan on doing a tier list of the 2024 drama. I think it'll be really fun to do. And so one drama that I haven't been able to make a video on yet, but I find really interesting, the Haktua girl. Everyone knows the Haktua girl. Okay, the meme has been inescapable for months now. She has her Hawk Talk podcast, or was it Talk Tua? She has been gone for the past 2 weeks since she did that meme coin, and this is the last audio, like this is the last piece of audio as anyone has heard from her.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there.
Hi guys, I hate to interrupt you.
I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
She said, "This just means to sound like a chipmunk." Huck to a scam on that thing. Talk to a the Huck to a meme is cringe, and hopefully she goes to jail. Well, that depends on how culpable she is, right? Usually when it comes to coins like this, it's like the coin is already made, but they pick a random figurehead to do the coin. And actually, hang on. I'm probably going to be watching CoffeeZilla's video later on. But yeah, she's so cringe. I swear we're making the wrong people famous. Yeah. I should be the only famous one here. Okay, I should be the only famous one. Okay, listen here, chat. If I'm not at 100 million subs by the end of 2025, I'm blaming all of you. Because you're the reason. You're the reason why I'm not famous yet, chat. Also, you saying we had a British runner raid? Yo, let's go. British runner, speaking of, I have to watch his new video against Andy Pants Gaming as well. Guys, we have a big show for us today. In fact, we might not get into everything, actually. Also, too, you'll notice that we have a goal for the end of the stream. If we get 10 super chat donos of $5, I will do a special members only stream tonight. So if you guys want to be a part of that, obviously make sure we hit the goal. Also, to become a member, you can join for just 99 cents with a super tier 1. Or if you're feeling extra generous, give some subs. Okay, enough shilling. Let's get on to the show, shall we? Yeah. Anyway, guys, I know. I said we're like the title. Obviously, we're gonna be reacting to a video about Ethan is online, but I wanted to highlight something. Very, very special. Augie RFC is back once again on YouTube. This time with a brand new show that's sort of after hours, but not really, because he has Connor hosting it with him. They did a show. Bo Black has completely lost his mind. Bo Blacks, as you guys have been aware, had some pretty heavy controversy a couple months ago with the whole BPD false diagnosis thing, and he's been heavily campaigning to get his plushies remade again. The Pretty Lady act retarded. She gets famous. I act retarded, and people just laugh, say I'm retarded. Life is not fair. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, Lamp? Ain't that the truth?
So Bo Blacks decided to fucking give us a lot of juicy fucking content today or whatever, right? We had a Bo Blacks segment already planned. We were just going to take a look at like what he's been up to since I was last live. And we're still going to do that. But like 30 minutes before we were ready to go live, Bo Blacks announces his new fucking plush.
Yep.
And this is crazy because if you remember on the last fucking stream we did on Bo Blacks was basically announcing that he has a lot of ambition. He has a lot of spark. And you might not be able to tell based on how shitty his YouTube videos are. But Bo Blacks has...
He's got ambition. The kid's got heart. Even though the kid's like in his 30s, he's got heart.
A lot in the fucking tank. He's got things ready to fucking produce. And it's not content. It's not Twitter versus.
Definitely not.
What he wants to do, his new lifelong dream, is to build a toy company. He's build a plush company. He wants to enter and dominate the plush.
Would you buy a Bo Blacks branded toy? Would you guys do that? Be honest, chatters. Would you would you buy a Bo Blacks branded toy? Congrats on the got a new WR record on Dead Space. World record time for 2 hours and 20 minutes and 30 seconds. That's awesome. That's awesome, British Runner. Good. Big ups. Anyway, let's continue.
Plush business.
Dude, yeah, I wish I could do that with the makeshift plushes. They're kind of limited, though. Eventually, I kind of do want to strike out on my own and make, like, the plushes outside of makeshift, maybe.
What?
But I wouldn't...
He wants to make a plush...
Bo Blacks. Hear me out here, buddy. Hear me out. I don't think that's going to work for you. I don't think that's going to work whatsoever. That's like me saying, you know what? Screw having Shopify. I'm going to make my own t-shirts. Like there's hardly there's not a market there to people to buy the Shopify t-shirts. You think I'm going to strike out and make my own t-shirts? No. I wouldn't buy one for my dog to love what the love tenderly at night. What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Goddamn.
A plush company?
I want to die.
Wait, he wants to make like a plush business?
I have secondhand embarrassment.
Holy shit. Wait.
I can't do this, dude. I can't watch
This is
this
his
guy.
new, like...
I fucking hate him.
This is his new business model. Is going to be making plushies for just children, just
Yeah,
generally.
Dude, what are you gonna do when you come back, Bo Blacks? I'm gonna run a toy store.
What the?
You see, I'm gonna run the toy store. The toy store is gonna have Sonic plushies. It's gonna have trains. It's gonna be so awesome, guys. The store is gonna be for people like me. I'm going to hell for this. See, guys, it's gonna be a special store. It's gonna be a special store for people like me. We're gonna call it the short store. Bo Blacks' voice annoys me. Sounds like one of Alvin's chipmunks, but as a human. Bo Blacks wants to put all the funks in. Wants to put all the funk in Funko Pops. Oh my god. Goddamn. You guys are being mean. Who does he think he is? Al's Toy Barn? Yo, reference?
He's going to launch Bo Blacks' Toy Store in Canada. And so this is actually a big milestone for him because this is the Bo Blacks plushie part 2. And if you think we're just going to be looking at his little toy or whatever, right? And just being like, ha ha ha. No. there's a lot here because the description is crazy. Now, I will say, Boblox has already sold 14 of these things. Even though his tweet announcing it has 19 likes.
Oh my God.
That's a pretty good sale to like ratio, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, I mean 14.
But how many of the people buying it are like close friends or family or like their alt accounts? Maybe is he buying his own plush? Maybe that's it. Boblax's tism is still active. Yeah. His his fascination with what does that say? John's. Oh wait, hang on. My dyslexic ass. His fascination with Jasonic makes so much sense now. I'm gonna pretend I said that right, just so we can move on.
I'm curious to see how it's gonna evolve from there. But
I must admit, I am oppressed or whatever, right? Now, I imagine this is gonna be, for the first day, obviously, is like the biggest bump. And then after that, it's going to be like an uphill battle.
He's going to have to hope another thing like last time happens.
So how many of these things does he even have to like sell?
I think it's 200. 200.
200. Okay.
That's what it was last time, at least.
That is going to be impossible.
I don't think he's going to do it.
That's literally impossible.
Yeah, because like when we have to remember, for context purposes, the last time Boblox was selling these, right? The last time he was selling these, he was at the height of his popularity. And he still struggled to meet the goal. It wasn't until H3H3 threw in their hat and pushed him towards the 200 mark. Now, obviously, I'm not wanting Boblax to fail, but the likelihood of this succeeding is very slim. I think we need to acknowledge that because Boblax hasn't been on the up and up recently. Unfortunately.
Remember, at the peak of his height with his first plushie, he sold 50 naturally. I think 50 or 40?
Something like that, right before Ethan came in, because Ethan bought like 140 of them.
Yeah.
Wow, he was only able to sell. Keep in mind, this guy, I think he did hit like the 300 marker, the 300,000 marker, when the initial campaign was launched. So like he had a good audience and he was only able to sell 50 on his own. I know Turkey Tom had the same goal and he struggled to meet his, and his audience I would say is way more diehard than Boblax's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's selling this fucking plushie, right? But look at the description here. This is crazy to me. So the description is, to thank H3 Podcast, Boblox and Mayo Monkey fans for their support with the first Boblox plush. A new and improved version is now available.
New and improved? It's just a different hoodie. It's really, they switched the colors of the hoodie from red to blue. That's the quote-unquote new and improved. That's it. That's all it is.
For a limited time with a free Mayo Monkey now included. So it comes with a little Mayo Monkey, and he's now blue. And I mean, we have the Boblax fucking cam or whatever, right? It pretty much looks the exact same.
Yeah.
It pretty much looks the exact same.
It's identical.
Instead of holding the blue Twitter icon, he's just holding a Mayo Monkey. That's it. New and improved for sure.
Cool. Yeah. Besides the little like Twitter bird versus the thing. I guess technically he has different glasses too, but it's basically 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's pretty much like, it's totally different. Yeah, the glasses frame looks different, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But same neck beard, same hair, it's
beard.
blue. Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense to me, like, how anyone would be hyped for this, especially if you already bought the first one, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Who's buying this? Who's the audience for this? I guess the audience is unironically just, commentary A-logs?
Commentary logs are like, I guess, fans who think it's like funny to own one, to like shit on it or something.
Yeah, I know. I saw Nick Diorio.
I don't know. I'm not wasting $30 to buy this. That's just me. I ain't wasting my goddamn money on that bullshit. Boblax plushie 2, now with more autism and mental illness. Basically, it's a car with a new paint job. It's still the same car. Slap black skin color on John. New and improved, guys. Oh my god. Oh no, you're not. No, we here at Nerdy Productions do not support blackface.
Bought one. Here's the question I have for chat, right? Is it based or cringe to buy one of these things? Is it funny for the joke or is it cringe? I'm kind of leaning towards cringe.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the reason, cringe.
People are saying cringe.
I would say it's cringe. Bo Blacks, do better. Do better, man. Come on, Bo Blacks. I thought you were better than that, man. I thought you were better. I was wrong. You let us down, Bowie. Anyway, Jake Doolittle, man, is a very, very interesting character. Oh my God! Wait, he's making YouTube videos again. Ooh, chat. Hang on, chat. Okay, he released this 17 hours ago. It only has 12K views on his 293K sub channel. Keep in mind, before this recent controversy, he was around 300K. So, big yikes, dog. Actually, I'm curious. What are the comments saying? What are the comments saying about this? Calling it self-harm was on point. I'm only good for one thing is the saddest thing I've ever heard anyone say about themselves. That's so fucking sad. I'm so sorry. But for generated description saying Jake is the model sleeping with one. It's killing me. What? Damn, I hope she finds someone who cares. Okay, it looks like these comments are mostly in support for him.
Lily Phillips is the Mr. Beast of OnlyFans. She has slept with 23 guys in a day, 37 guys in a day, and as of a few days ago, there was a documentary released talking about her experience sleeping with 100 guys in a day. And there was...
I mean, dedication, I guess. Why? Well, I'm so confused, okay? Like, I'm not saying you can't make fun of OnlyFans models. Some of them do deserve to be made fun of, right? But, like, what's the big deal here? What's the big deal about her sleeping with 100 guys? I'm a little confused on it. But anyway, here's his addressing everything video, which I'm surprised he hasn't deleted yet, because he usually deletes his response videos to this type of controversy. Anyway, to give a brief summary of the situation. So, Jake Doodle decides to make a video called The Problem with Commentary Channels. And the initial thumbnail was a face of I Am Alex and Cody Co. Which, if you guys don't know, I Am Alex, without a shadow of a doubt, is an abusive piece of shit who threatened to bash his girlfriend's head in, who has hit her, kicked her, and has belittled and tried to gaslight her multiple times. Cody Co has allegedly slept with Tana Mojo when she was 16, 17, around there. The point is, he was I think he was in his mid-20s when he slept with her. So obviously, a lot of people have a problem with that. So obviously, when your title is The Problem with Commentary, and it's those two people are going to think, oh, so this is like the problem, like you're going to talk about like commentary channels who like preach one thing and then talk about another, like, and do the opposite of what they preach, right? But no, that's not what the video was about. Essentially, the whole video was him complaining about how he knows successful commentary channels. So I'm guessing this is like your Drew Goodmans, your Nick is Not Greens, your Ethan is Onlines. Danny is the other one like Danny Gonzalez. Point is, like the more normie sort of commentary channel that he's associated with, he's upset that he knows them, that they make tons of money on YouTube, but they don't give money to his charity. And what he did in that video was he threatened to release all the names of people who have talked to him about his charity and didn't donate to him. Because that's what a rational human being does. Now, he tries to play this off as like, I'm sorry, I didn't actually mean to say I was going to blackmail them. I'm really passionate about this charity. I'm really passionate, guys. I'm really passionate. And he tries walking it all back like he did with the H3H3 drama that he got into last year, which, funny enough, he references in this current drama because he vaguely talks about how, because I had one controversy last year, people don't want to talk to me anymore. Well, buddy, I doubt anyone's going to want to talk to you afterwards. And like, I'm sorry, like I know I'm not necessarily one to talk about views, but like, come on, man. Like look at this. Like 12K on a channel his size. I'm sorry. Maybe he can pick it back up, but like that's fucking dead in the water. And it's not like he was getting good views beforehand. I mean, look at this. 39K, 70K, 52K. This is 16K, but I don't really want to count this because it's more of a personal video for him, announcing his proposal, which, in all seriousness, congratulations. I don't know if I would post that on my channel, 36K, 84K, and like these, if I were to guess, I'm guessing these videos aren't necessarily of quality. I think that's mostly because, like, outside of the controversies and like his talk about like sickness and everything, right? Jake has no personality to me. None whatsoever. Like there is no difference between someone like Nick is not green, Ethan is online, or himself, He's just the other guy. The only commentary people I watch are you, Optimus, and Muda. Nerdy, half of these people have zero clue who they are. Yeah. Jake, you ruined your career, man. You ruined your career, and I feel bad for you. I think you can reinvent yourself, but just don't do commentary anymore. I think you'd be better off as like a movie reviewer. Honestly, like do what Elvis the Alien did, do what Mr. Gigi did, and just switch up your content, because it's clear that it's clear that this isn't gonna work out for you, man. I'm sorry to tell you that. But guys, okay, enough dilly-dallying. We have a 2-hour video to watch. So buckle up, boys and girls. Grab some popcorn. We're going to be in this for the long haul.
You're a freak show, dude. You're so desperate.
Yeah, man. I'm desperate. I think that 15-year-old deserved it. He never should have brought up Ian's wife. I'm a little overweight. I don't like how it feels.
So do something about it.
I am, asshole.
Welcome back to Idiot
I am, asshole.
Influencers. Today, we'll be recounting the story of Ethan's Online, someone I've covered before on this channel who needs his own video. The more I dig into this person's online history, the worse it gets. He's made too many bad videos to count. So here, we'll be taking a closer look at his past and present controversies. This is the disastrous internet career of Ethan's Online, the biggest lolcow on bread.
You can tell he took makeup and look tips from his girlfriend. Because they essentially have the same hairstyle now, with like the weird sort of like bowl cut, long mullet type hair.
Ethan created his channel back in 2014, simply calling it Ciora. His early content is deleted, though the oldest video on his channel is from January 2017, when he was 17 years old. And honestly, these videos are alright. Nothing great, but hey, it's a lot better than when I was posting in 2017.
Today I'm going to review the LEGO Set 8964, the Titanium Command Rig.
Ethan was clearly inspired by the edgy commentary channels of the time, like iDubbbz and Ethan Klein, with his oldest public video being a rant about the channel Mr. Gear. He'd slowly start to post more consistently, though it's possible he deleted much of his older videos. It featured a mix of video game content, reviews, and short commentary style content. Most notable is his video on Onision, where we could—
Oh my god, this is like classic 2016 type commentary setup where it's like they got their computer behind them with Audacity or whatever like audio recording software they're using, and then they got their microphone right here, which at the time was usually a Blue Yeti or a Blue Snowball.
get to see what Ethan used to look like.
No one had the SM7B yet.
God, he looks like a normal person. What happened? It's really interesting to hear Ethan give good takes, which is especially impressive since Onision wasn't as hated back in 2017. Still hated, but not as much as he is now.
The problem with Onision is that the more you criticize him, the more attention you give, the more he just fucking absorbs it like a cuck sponge. You cut off the head and 2 more grow back. But this time they're vegan. And there are a lot of why I don't—
What? That's funny. Holy crap, he was funny once?
Don't particularly care for Onision videos out there. And
yeah, this is it's a bit rough around the edges, especially with how much pausing he's doing. I mean, of course, like, you know, I'm one to talk when it comes to that. But like, holy, like, wow, this is interesting.
Quite address the points that I would like to address today. And obviously, I think these videos are very legitimate, some of them, especially coming from the ones of the people he's fucking harassed. But speaking from someone who has a very small voice on the internet and has never interacted with Onion Man, I'd like to give my 2 cents.
Something that I'll also commend him for is his editing skills. It really stood out to me in his 2003 Hulk video, and it clearly caught people's attention. I mean, soon, he'd start editing for another YouTuber, Nick is Not Green, a consistent character in our story. This is something Ethan would mention in his 2021 Q&A video, which he made around the time he reached 4,000 subscribers.
Nadia Barcelona asked, how many people do you edit for? I only edit for one person other than myself, and that's Nick. I edit I'd say 40% of the second channel videos that he puts out. I could not be happier or luckier to be in the position that I'm in. I'm super grateful, and Nick, if you're watching this, I'm lying about everything I just said. Shut up.
Also in 2021, Ethan
little did they know they would not be friends anymore.
would branch out to doing more political commentary, first calling up Ben Shapiro. Here, Ethan mentions being a fan of HBomberGuy, a breadtuber known for his videos debunking conservative conspiracy theories. Breadtubers are basically left-wing online creators who discuss political topics alongside other issues in pop culture. It's very evident here that Ethan was inspired by this type of content to make his own.
And I think that's why I've been hesitant on covering like the anti-woke content again, because like I'm afraid I don't want to come off as like a bread tuber, because I'm not. Trust me, I love making fun of conservatives and liberals the same amount. Why does he look like Ben Franklin? The issue comes in because like obviously when you make fun of a certain political side, you're going to attract the opposite of that. When sometimes you're not meaning to get that audience, right? Just because you're making fun of SJW content doesn't mean you're conservative. Same with like anti-woke content, that doesn't necessarily mean you're a liberal. And you gotta make sure you don't get pigeonholed by your audience. Whereas like it seems like Ethan just like he fell down that rabbit hole, man. He fell in hook, line, and sinker. Was like, yep, this is my political identity now.
Using it to go after an easy target like Ben. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it's obvious that Ethan was seeing how this was received by his audience before tackling other topics. He'd also make videos criticizing other conservative content like the Babylonian Bee, a Jim Brewer comedy special, and Sigma Male TikToks. Ethan would realize that these sorts of videos did way better than his usual content, typically doubling or tripling in views. This would skyrocket him into emerging leftist spaces on YouTube, where he'd become friends with our good pal Nick. The two would first collab in November 2021.
Yo, if we get 5,000 likes, I will pay Ethan half of what I usually pay.
They even had a band together. I forget the band's name, but it's basically like I think some sort of disgusting name of it. Hang on. Let me look this up real quick. Nick is not green band. Would that pop up? Oh no, it's just the response videos. But him and Ethan had some sort of a band together that they holy crap, I'm looking at Nick is Not Green's current channels. It doesn't seem like he's too active nowadays. That's a little sad. Although he did try to ruin other people's career, so I can't be too upset about it.
Hey. No, guys, don't like the video.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna be generous and be like, yo, I'll double it up. Hell no.
Nah, Nick is
Hell
not generous.
Now, 2022 is when Ethan's content really started to shift in quality. They're still decent production-wise, but in terms of what he's saying, not so much. Now, the videos from this time period weren't really looked at with a critical lens, at least until much later. This is back before Ethan started getting into drama, or should I say, losing a drama he started. First, let's go over his video, The Most Insecure Men on TikTok, where he criticizes members of the NoFap movement, specifically the extremists of that movement, showing how hyperbolic they can be. My issue comes with the fact that Ethan is coming at this from the complete opposite extreme, as in, he's coming at this from someone who's way too sex positive.
I don't even know how much money you spend on cigarettes, but you have to still spend money. Oh, and how do you access it? Just type in a 7-letter website. Not to mention how so much harder it is to quit, because this is a real addiction.
Because porn is a real addiction.
I mean, it is. Because, this is the thing. It's like, anything that you enjoy doing can become an addiction. Video games, for example, can become an addiction. People, like there are people who are addicted to the gym. Opposite, there are people who are addicting to eating food more so than they should be, right? That's why we have a lot of people who are overweight, because more often than not, people stress eat. There are people who are addicted to not eating, like Eugene Cooney, because of psychological reasons. Anything can become an addiction. I mean, there's a reason why there's a show called My Strange Addictions. Like, if you enjoy doing something and you do it too much, that's an addiction. Porn especially can become an addiction, especially if you view it too much. Also too, like, there have been studies that have shown that, like, porn can negatively affect how you do in bed. Like, because, like, if you're just so used to, cranking it, you're not going to be able to perform well when you're actually with someone. So yeah, like, obviously I'm not anti-porn. I think if you want to watch it, you should watch it. If you're an adult, I should specify. If you're an adult, go watch as much as you want. Just don't be addicted, Trust me, I used to have a really bad drinking addiction, but I managed it. Oh, do you have a healthy relationship with alcohol like Tipster? Sorry, that was me. I think we can all learn from Tipster,
Crack, you can stop that anytime, but porn, nah.
A lot of his criticism boils down to Ethan trying to paint these guys as loser incels who hate women, trying to grift off mentally ill boys.
I mean, I'm sure that's some of them.
We're really getting down to the core of why so many people are nofap. They're incels. They're just incels. They hate women, they hate knowing that other people are having sex, and want that to stop. They're ashamed of themselves and ashamed that they have to masturbate because they can't get laid, and they want everyone else to feel the same way.
Or maybe they want to help people, because out of all the...
Yeah, I mean, like, there is, like... So, like, if you're doing nothing all day but fucking watching porn and jerking off, you're not really making much of your life, I think, I think you should do your best to better whatever situation you're in, It's kind of, but Ethan Ethan's kind of like as Rob's pointing out, he's like the complete opposite. You shouldn't listen to Ethan because all he does all day is just like smoke weed and pretentiously talk about like modern day art. You know, you should not do what he's doing.
The guys he mentions, only one seems to be a grifter using this to make money. These other guys seem genuine. They're just being exaggeratory to grab people's attention, just like Ethan. The real reason why I'm talking about this video is due to Ethan's takes on porn addiction.
This is as good a time as any to talk about porn addiction, because what a lot of nofap dudes like to imply is that if you watch porn one fucking time, you're addicted. Like, it's literally a real...
Well, of course, it's not... Like, you're not... Like, when you watch porn, it's like it's not like a one-time thing, but like if you constantly keep watching it, right? Watching porn is boring and easy. You should be reading it. No, McMuffin, no. No, not with the smut books. Not the smut books, McMuffin. Oh my God. So like, dude, the amount of like weird ass like smut books I have come across just on TikTok alone are fucking weird, man. Meat Canyon has a whole video. Hang on. Meat Canyon has a whole video where he looks at some smut books. Obviously, like he doesn't fully read out everything because wants to make sure he has a monetized YouTube channel. Romance fantasy novels. Millennials cry for help. Here we go. But yeah. Look at some of this.
To recommend smut. And because of this, we have seen the rise of smut talk.
Hang on. Okay. Is this?
She's just like me. It features a strong romantic subplot between Violet and Zayden Ryerson, a powerful and attractive wing leader.
Okay, this is kind of turning me on.
If there was a GoPro under my desk, we would be in a lot of trouble. Somebody was good enough to upload their emotional turmoil and their
the belly button? Why the belly button, Meat Canyon?
Stages while reading this piece of literature.
This is me before reading Fourth Wing. They are going absolutely. Don't fight it anymore. He's always wanted her. Oh my God, what's going on? This cannot be happening. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Me and Papa Meat right now. We're just like, the fuck?
I'm telling you once again, if I'm able to do the joke of like, don't put this in. The first comment is, I cried for an hour because of Liam. I wish I knew what that meant. Editor, put just who is Liam and what happened?
Man, I'm
friend
dead.
of the protagonist. Okay.
Destroyed my soul! Oh my God! God! No, because after that I couldn't do it. Full on sobbing. For real. Mother is mothering.
I'm just saying. AK just book talk. Sense of them, some of them are wild. I doubt wouldn't be Jake AK. Yeah. Dude. A book TikTok is it's wild. They be wilding in those streets, man. All the women who say, "Oh, men are just perverts." All you guys who say men are perverts, and then you read like some of the weird smut books, like, okay, 50 Shades of Grey, that's just like that's like the tip of the iceberg. Okay, there's a whole other levels of degeneracy. like there's one about dinosaurs. Okay, some of them get weird, man.
Drug. That is not true. Porn addiction is actually one of the most overreported addictions, despite the majority of people who report that they have it not actually exhibiting any symptoms of real porn addiction, to the point where there are prominent psychologists and sex researchers who argue that porn addiction isn't even a real thing. So comparing porn addiction to something like actual hard drugs is fucking insane. If you heavily drink every single day for 20 years and then one day you just stop out of nowhere, you will die. And the same goes for most drugs.
Well, like, some addictions won't kill you. Like I said, you can be addicted to playing video games, but if you stop playing, if you're trying to stop your addiction of playing video games, it's not going to kill you, but it is still an addiction. Obviously, there's a severity to addictions, right? Like obviously, crack, like any sort of like hard drug addiction or alcohol addiction, like those are like the top ones that, you know, if you try to lean yourself off of it, you will, without proper supervision, you can either face serious medical
It's 14 pages!
Or, yo, I have loved the stars too fondly with the $5. Monies, have some. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Money, money, money. I like money. But yeah, it's the key is moderation, John. Exactly. If you're constantly watching porn, then yes, you are addicted. If you're watching porn once in a while, you're Gucci. You're Gucci, my guy. You Gucci.
Drugs. You can stop porn anytime you want. Just because it's difficult doesn't mean you're addicted to it.
Okay, let's break this down. Ethan is insisting that addictions to adult content are overreported and might not even be real. His evidence being this insider article that he doesn't even source in the description. But don't worry, I did. The reason why these psychologists and sex researchers say these addictions aren't legitimate is because they aren't listed on the DSM-5. The DSM-5 is a book detailing mental disorders, which does list addictions to video games and gambling. The reason
and like sex addicts are a thing. You know, it's just I guess porn addiction is just like a different type of sex addict, you know?
The reason why adult content addictions aren't listed is because this book was written in 2013, with slight revisions in 2022 and 2023. This means that the main source for this claim is outdated, and several studies have since proven that these addictions are legitimate. The National Library of Medicine published the study Neuroscience of Internet Pornography Addiction, a review and update, in 2015. I'll link it below, but essentially it states that these sorts of addictions are comparable to other internet addictions. You know, the ones that are mentioned in the DSM-5. And most people of common sense can see that, but Ethan's out here with the actually. Also, it's obvious that adult content addictions aren't as harmful as drug addictions. The comparison is that they both addict you in similar ways. Ethan ignores this nuance because his ultimate goal is to paint nofappers as incels. Pretty sure these guys are voluntarily celibate, as in, they want to have healthy, non-sexual relationships. I don't think this guy knows what that means. All the legitimate criticism from Ethan crumbles away once you realize he's doing this for his own benefit. I mean, come on, this guy's dating an e-whore who sells lewd pictures of herself to random men on the internet. Her entire business relies on men being addicted to porn. If he was
You see what I mean when I say he's like copying his girlfriend's hairstyle? Because look at her hairstyle, which is like, and then you look at like his modern hairstyle. I'm sorry, their modern hairstyle. I think Ethan goes by any pronouns, but they are transitioning into a woman. So like I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to be. But you can tell they got a lot of their hairstyle and makeup tips from their girlfriend, which I mean, I guess is a good way of going about it. I mean, what better way of learning how to be a girl than talking to your girlfriend, right?
Of herself to random men on the internet. Her entire business relies on men being addicted to porn. If he was actually a sex researcher like he claims, he would know that it's not good to consume too much adult content.
Now, I'm a very sex-positive person, and sex research is something that I'm very passionate about. In fact, this video is
yeah, you passionate about that, buddy? You see, I'm a sex-positive guy, and like they look like that. I don't know. I would run from the hills, ladies.
That I've been trying to work on for a long time, but I've been trying not to make it so lecture-y.
Well, you failed on that front. I want to thank the YouTuber Golden Boy, who did research into this specific topic. I'll link his video below. The issue that I noticed here is that Ethan became incredibly biased towards like-minded people, as in, other leftists like him. Now, as I said in my Denims video...
Oh, Denims. Denims is like the worst Hisson orbiter other than Frogan. Because, like, Frogan will use her identity as a half-Arab person to hide behind criticism. Denims, who I believe is also half-Arab or some sort of Middle Eastern descendancy, she uses her body Let's be honest, guys. If you ever watch any of her content, she adds nothing to what she reacts to, and she like her tits are out. Listen. I'm not saying she can't do that. I'm just saying we got to acknowledge the fact that she's an e-thought, and whenever someone comments on her tits, she's like, "Well, you can't comment on that." Well, unfortunately, people are going to. God, I hate these leftists so much. I bet, yeah. Like the Hassan Piker, the Denims, the Frogans. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them.
Everyone has some level of bias. I'm biased towards certain people, and Ethan is biased towards certain people.
So as you can obviously tell, I have a bias here. I don't understand how this became a controversy in the first place.
But with Ethan, he's not able to properly defend his bias. When you can't do that, it makes you look dishonest. There are loads of examples I'll give in this video, but the first one has to be Ethan's take on React streamers. Now I won't dive too deep into this topic, as I've discussed it a lot this year, but Ethan outright defends the lazy content of people like Hassan Piker and Denims.
Even if a streamer played an entire fucking video without commenting whatsoever, if they were doing it in good faith because they liked the video, I don't see anything fucking wrong with that, provided that they credit the person who made it.
Okay, but if the creator barely reacts to the video, then what's the point of watching it?
And that's why I'm making sure to react as much as possible in this, because we here at Nerdy Live appreciate fair use. That's what we do here. It's a problem, but it's not just a porn problem. It's a problem with anything that's a habit forming. No, yeah, exactly. But Ethan doesn't acknowledge that. It's just like he thinks that there's no addiction, which obviously is not the case.
Why not just watch the original? I'd rather just watch the original instead of the version of Hassan's chair in the corner blocking part of the screen. Ethan tries associating all React streamers under the same umbrella, instead of differentiating the terrible ones, because he likes the terrible ones. Not specifically because their content is good, but because he agrees with them in other areas. Then there's the video, TikTok has a comedian problem, which is just 20 minutes of him complaining about jokes he takes offense.
Wait, like this is like the prime like SJW content that I hate, where it's just like, he made a sexist joke. Oh, it's a joke. He's allowed to make it. You don't have to find the joke funny. But yeah. Let's see. Nerdy John. So the reason sex and porn addiction hasn't hit the DSM-5 is because they can't prove that there's any meaningful difference between it and other habitual compulsions. By the way, if you want like a good video detailing the problem with reaction content, JXE has a good video about it. Yep, here it is. Hassan Piker, Jinx, and other issues with React content. This is 2 years old, but
in November of 2020, I posted a 14-minute YouTube video in which I roast a weird house. It was, when I first released it, one of my worst performing videos for quite a while. It seemed like it was just gonna end up being one of those videos that didn't get seen by that many people, and that's absolutely fine, you know? That is, until completely out of the blue, it was given a huge amount of extra exposure by an absolute legend. I'd never met this person. In fact, I didn't even know they existed before this, but the boost that they gave me almost doubled the video's view count in just a few days. And for that, I would genuinely like to thank the Reddit user who posted my video.
That's the weird thing, is that like if you notice a lot, like Grady Underray, the reason why he got popular was because his videos got posted to Reddit. You see, that's what I need. I need my videos posted to Reddit.
To us,
that way I can blow up, be 100 million sub YouTube channel.
You did me an absolute solid. This kind of thing is genuinely really helpful. Anyway, today we're talking about reaction content. Chances are you probably know plenty of creators who react and respond to the work of other creators. And hell, that's something I do plenty. For anyone who doesn't know, I actually started out as a response YouTuber. Be it in a stream or in a fully edited video, I've reacted and responded to a lot of other people's videos in my time. Here's a clip from one of those videos so you can see the kind of thing I do. Dip your balls in Tabasco sauce. Now when I cover other people's work like this, there are...
But yeah, this is a good video. I would highly recommend you watch it. If you want like a breakdown of why certain reaction content is terrible for the platform. It's way better than anything Dark Viper AU would hope to produce. Doesn't Cheeto make anti-SJW content? Yes, he does. Cheeto and Jalen are like the same side. Like they're the opposite sides of the same coin. Like Jalen will be upset if you make fun of trans people. Cheeto will be upset if you make fun of Christians. Now, both groups, I believe, deserve to be made fun of purely because, well, I'm of the opinion that anything is game for comedy. Now, obviously, you can. It is up to you whether or not you find the joke funny. And if you don't find it funny, that is perfectly fine. But that doesn't mean certain things can't be joked about, right?
Fence too.
And like a Cheeto and Jalen, they like to say that, like, oh yeah, I'm a free speech. I think we should be allowed to say whatever and joke about whatever we want. But then as soon as you make fun of the thing that they like, then it's a problem. Then it's like, oh, this person's gone too far. This person's gone too far. It's like, no. Going too far is like actually committing violence or like actually trying to ban something, right? That's going too far. Just my opinion.
They end up making really unfunny topical jokes about transgender people or gay people, I don't know, the Holocaust. And then when people say, hey, I think that's a little annoying of you, they double down and act as if it's their like right from God to be annoying. Comedy is...
Well, free speech is a right. I don't know if you knew that or not. Free speech is a right.
The most important thing, if you can't laugh at stuff, then society ends. It's in the Bible.
You're right, Ethan. You don't have the right to be annoying. Get in the prison cell, dude. Ethan mainly focuses on TikTok clips where comedians joke around about hecklers, and his takes are as weak as always, specifically in regards to Jimmy Carr.
What, sorry? Rude? So sorry, when I said there's an ugly woman at the back, you went, hey, he's talking to me. Yeah. Rude. What's your name, madam? Kelly, I'm gonna go
Kelly.
soft
My name is Kelly.
on you, like every man that's ever seen you naked.
Woman heckles set, initiate fucking misogyny protocol. I don't know.
I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't think Ethan is online knows too much about stand-up comedy. As Rob's about to explain, the whole point of this guy's comedy.
It doesn't happen as much when men do it. When men do it, it's never like, you're ugly and fat.
Hang on. Actually, there's a set where he makes fun.
But when women
of,
heckle, it's always
guys.
Immediately like, you dumb fucking bitch, I'll kill you.
He doesn't say that.
Made fun of a woman? Gonna hit you with the misogyny label. And by the way, from what I've heard, hecklers are basically encouraged to pester him. It's considered an honor by fans of his to be roasted by Jimmy. Hecklers are basically...
Hang on. I'm gonna decide what I type his name out.
Woman heckles set.
Hey, I'm gonna go soft.
Jimmy Carr. Okay, give me 1 second. Jimmy Carr has made fun of plenty of guys. Carr... open relationship joke. I think that's the one specifically I'm thinking of. Oh, here.
This will be hard for you to believe. I used to be a gentleman. I didn't used to talk about my sexual exploits, even with close friends.
No, that is not the one I'm thinking of. Basically, the clip I'm thinking of, he asked, there's a couple in his audience, and he asks them about their relationship, and the guy says it's open, and he goes, oh wait, so that means like you're allowed to sleep with anyone you want, but she's not allowed to. Shoot, you know what the funny thing is, I'm probably gonna come across that clip after the stream. But it's a funny clip. Let's continue on, shall we?
Things to criticize these people for, but Ethan sucks at giving criticism. Overall, just a nothing burger video where he gets offended by jokes. A lot of the other videos he's made are just not good. He either goes after an easy target like random TikTokers, or conservative influencers that the general public already hates. It's simple content, and I can't blame him for making it. And it worked, as he'd grow exponentially in 2022, renaming his channel to Ethan is Online. By the end of the year, he had almost 200,000 subscribers. He'd also began collaborating more with other leftist YouTubers like Gabby Bell, Jordan Adika, Chad, Ryan Beard, and Nick.
By the way, from what I understand now, Ryan Beard fucking hates this guy now. He was, Tom was reacting to, I don't think it was Rob, maybe it was Rob's video, but Tom was reacting to something involving Ethan is Online, and Ryan Beard was in his chat being like, fuck yeah, I fucking hate that guy. It's funny. It's funny. Let's see. Either all of it's okay or none of it is. I'm the same way. I'm the same way, Mr. Gamer. I think everything's up for the table to be fun of. Now, obviously, like, I have personal limits that I wouldn't necessarily joke about, right? But that's the thing. That it's my personal limit. I shouldn't subject that really to anyone else. Now, when I made that comic book video, there was no joke there. He was being sincere about how he thinks certain groups of people, all they do is loot and riot. Like, there was no joke to be had. Those were his actual opinions.
Ethan would then start uploading on his second channel called Peethan in mid-2022. Yes, Peethan, a piss joke. Here he'd post reaction-style content, mainly just covering the same few conservatives to farm views. I mean, across these two channels, he's made dozens of videos on Matt Walsh, Jordan Peterson, Candace Owens, and Ben Shapiro. And I mean, you can criticize these people, but Jesus dude, 25 videos on Ben? I've talked about Ethan in like 4 videos, and even that's way too much. Also, he's made a ton of videos on Shane Dawson, even watching his movie with, denims. Of course these guys are friends. The apple doesn't fall far from the retard. Now, one of the main videos that really put Ethan on the map was Lazy Content is Radicalizing People, where he goes after a certain type of commentary channel. You know, the ones who talk about random internet news of Leafy-style gameplay footage. Again, this video could have been fine, but the way he criticizes these guys comes off as spiteful and hypocritical. Specifically, his lousy attempt at going after Sensitive Society.
Oh, dude, the beef that him and Sensitive Society have is unreal. Like, I don't know why it's specifically like these two that have like a massive fucking beef. But yeah, it's just a yeah, he's just a racist. He's a child, but he's a fucking racist.
Sensitive Society makes your typical daily commentary videos and currently has over 500,000 subscribers. Channels like this are bound to get into drama, with his biggest being the many back and forths he's had with Peethan here. Ethan is seemingly going after him because he believes channels like this are radicalizing people into believing right-wing talking points. It's really flimsy because a lot of that is just Ethan not liking jokes made at the expense of fat people.
Here's the thing, I do think that people choose to be fat. I do believe that there's some people that are just so fucking lazy and they just love to eat junk food and they can't.
Well, like, when it comes to being fat, it's unfortunately, it's a mindset that a lot of people get into. Like, for example, like, obviously, if you look at me, I'm on the bigger side. I'm overweight. I wouldn't say I'm morbidly obese. But you know, if I don't change how I do stuff, I am going to be there. And a lot of losing weight is like a mentality thing. Cause like we talked about it a bit earlier, but people can get addicted to like certain types of foods, right? And that's why like cravings are a thing, and not just with pregnant women, right? I went semi cold turkey on like actual like pop for a little bit. I like the most I would drink would be like the 0 sugar on occasion, but unfortunately I'm back on the wagon because I am drinking a fucking Mountain Dew Baja Blast, right? It's a sugary drink. I should not be drinking these really at all. I have been limiting myself to like 1 a day. Which is still, it's not the greatest, but it's like, it's more than what I used to drink. Cause like, I would sometimes drink like 4 cans of pop a day, you know, which is not something you should be doing. You should mostly be sticking to stuff like water. Like I would say like Gatorade Powerade's okay if you want like something sweet to drink. But but yeah, it's just a lot of food that's become like normalized to eat. It has like high corn syrup or like high sugar content in it. And it unfortunately for a lot of people, it's just cheaper to go like the fatty processed food route than it is like buying like vegetables, healthier items. Cause like I can look at two types of like meals. One is like the healthier, like high in protein, low sugar content. The other one's just like how it is, right? And like the healthier one will be twice the price, which is it's annoying when you're trying to lose weight. I mean, there are budget options you can use, like for example, like just buy like chicken, rice. You know, if you can stick to that, it's like relatively inexpensive because like especially if you buy like rice in bulk and then like you get the deals on the chicken. Point. I'm rambling a bit here. Point is like I get it why some people are fat, but it's just it's something you gotta work on, especially like in your early 20s. I feel like early to mid 20s, you want to make sure that you like nip that in the butt while you can, because like obviously in your 30s your metabolism slows down, that other kinds of stuff like that. So I like, for me, I want to make sure I lose the weight while it's easier now, rather than I'm in my 40s. I'm way past my prime. But
did you know there's high fructose? There are a multitude of factors that dictate your weight, genetics being the most important factor.
Does this guy not know what self-control is? Oh, it's not my fault I weigh 400 pounds. It's all the stuff they put in my food. Okay, then just don't eat that food. This is literally the logic of an addict. This rant goes on for another minute, by the way. Just him blaming being fat on stuff outside his control, like genetics.
Now, I always say this, if you have a medical condition or it's like beyond you because you were born a certain way, that's fine. I will never make fun of someone for something they cannot change. You could change your weight. You're just honestly lazy.
But you totally would and probably have. You just had an unhinged rant about made up fat people who can't stop.
I wouldn't call the rant unhinged. The rant itself isn't unhinged. Being fat can be a trauma response, but sometimes laziness could be a contribution to it. Some people are addicted to the foods because how they cope with their pain. Yeah. A lot of people stress eat. And that's mainly what like, especially like when I got into college, I stress ate a lot.
Stop eating burgers, not a real thing.
Ethan, buddy, that's clearly you. Bro went from a normal looking guy to looking like the soy boy stereotype. Honestly, he's probably where that joke started from. Ethan first calls out Oscar over the video, "People like this disgust me," which he fails to link in the description. Why? Well, because he cuts Oscar out of context and doesn't want his audience to know that.
Started my day pretty early at around 2 a.m.
Oh my god, this guy's fucking hilarious. This Kea Mint. Does he have a YouTube channel? Or is he purely on TikTok? I need to look this up real quick. Sorry, ADHD brain kicking in. Kea, is that how you pronounce it? Kea Mint. But like, it's weird. His content is basically like, his content is being a content creator. As weird as that sounds. Oh, here we go.
How do you stay so disciplined? Hard work and passion are the key to doing anything well. But I really try to stay on track and stick to something.
How do you stay so disciplined? It's a lot of hard work.
Once I've started it. I don't really have a secret to this, just try not to overthink it. Because the things you think too much.
But yeah, like this guy's content is so weird, dude. He's actually a content goldmine. Because like his whole thing is just like, his content is being a content creator, but like he's less than 2K on YouTube.
I have a problem. Staying on my feet might be one of the biggest challenges I face in my day-to-day life. I have a much harder time working than the average person simply because I am my own boss.
And you see this, like my life is actually hard because I'm my own boss. I'm a content creator, and that's hard work. Like, no, buddy, trust me. the millisecond I am able to like do this as like a full-time job and just leave my actual job behind, I'm taking that, baby. I'm taking that, you know? So being fat can be a genetic law, but yeah, the solution is trying harder, not using that excuse. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's continue. This is great.
So I went to my local gas station for a couple drinks, went home and did my normal usual routine, and then I had to go to Walmart because my fridge was almost empty. Came home, edited a couple videos, had a 4-hour stream that peaked at 56 viewers and averaged 23.
It's better than mine.
And then I was pretty tired.
You're acting like this is the hardest thing in the world.
Hey man, so when did he say that? When did he ever say the word hard or
Oh, wait till you see how much he's clipping out of context here.
any synonym? You have the clips, like you could show it.
God, I hate how smug he is about this. Here's what Ethan purposely cut out.
Content creation is harder than your 9 to 5. You really don't know how much hard work goes into creating multiple videos a day.
And this is the main problem I have with content creators like Ethan is online. The fact that they're willing to be so dishonest, but try to say that the other person is straight up lying is insane to me. Like, holy shit. Like, come on, man. How can you purposefully be that dishonest, especially when it's like so easy to prove that you're being dishonest? Because like literally all you have to do to prove that all you have to do to prove that Ethan's being dishonest is just play the clip, play the whole clip. I think this just shows how much, like, how little research your average audience member does. They'll watch wherever you feed them and not question it whatsoever.
Constantly creative with new video ideas, trying to make footage look good, getting new shots, taking many takes over and over. It can get to be a lot.
Oh no, you didn't. This man said this fucking guy, being a content creator is harder than working a 9 to 5.
This is really dishonest from Ethan, and he knows his audience isn't going to seek out the original. Ethan goes on about this one video for another 10 minutes, and just repeats the same points about how Oscar is pretentious and makes lazy content, which could be valid criticism, but it gets annoying fast.
Well, like, this is also Oscar, like, it's insensitive society. He's criticizing someone who's like, yeah, my life is harder than your life. Ha ha ha. But like, that's, come on. I think we can all band together. Well, no, you see, of course Ethan thinks that like working a streaming, like being a streamer is harder than working a regular job, because Denims thinks that, Hassan thinks that, so of course he has to have that mindset of like, yes, what I do is harder than building stuff and making sure the roads work. Like, come on, man. Like, you're telling, like, I feel like even if you were like a rich CEO, right? Awkward topic considering the current climate going around, but like, come on, like, I'm like, anyone would rather like just do a YouTube. Like, imagine you could do a 10-minute YouTube video. Let's not even say daily. You could do a 10-minute YouTube video a week, and that pays for everything. Would you not rather do that than work your regular job? Oh, boo-hoo. I have to stream. I have to sit on my ass for 2 hours and watch a video and then comment about it. It's so hard. Like, come on.
What Ethan is trying to do is label Oscar as a gateway to the far right, radicalizing people by
like, oh my god, Sense of Society is a lot of things. I don't think he's a gateway to the alt-right. He has a lot of dumb takes sometimes, but he's not that.
presenting groups in a negative light. It really isn't that deep. It's just him making jokes about fat people. Ethan tries to compare this behavior to libs of TikTok.
It's an extremely common
Libs of
line.
TikTok is like the actual like gateway to the alt-right, because like libs of TikTok is like I laugh at some of the people they make fun of sometimes, but like libs of TikTok is more often than not so dishonest with like the way they do content. It is absolutely insane. But yeah, I digress.
Of logic with trans people. The entire Libs of TikTok Twitter account is dedicated to that same logic. You see one cringe non-binary teenager on TikTok and suddenly every conservative is like, yeah, this is reality. This is a completely unavoidable thing that everyone has to deal with unless we, I don't know, kill trans people or something.
This is behavior I've noticed from other leftists like Noah Samson, by claiming they're a gateway to the alt-right because they don't share the exact same beliefs as them.
Some of my viewers are conservative, some of my viewers are left-wing. I think his biggest concern is that the left-wing part of my audience are going to suddenly be exposed to the most dangerous thing of all, which is a different perspective. God for
the horror, the fucking horror. I'm like, this is why I've always stressed that I'm not liberal, I'm not conservative, because I don't want to attract the types of people who are attracted to those types of audiences, those types of political audiences, because those types of people are not willing to hear any other dissenting opinion at all. They're not willing to hear any other perspective. And I'm not just saying like, oh, these are conservatives too. Like online conservatives, like your Matt Walsh types, they are not willing to hear any other opinions whatsoever. Right? If you don't believe in like their version of American values, they think you're trying to destroy democracy. It's absolutely fucking insane.
forbid people on the left explore some of the viewpoints that exist on the right, because that is scary.
If you want to say that Oscar's videos are lazy, go ahead. I mean, he'd probably agree with you. But you lose me when you necessarily bring politics into it, to label Oscar something he's clearly not.
I do feel bad for the people who are just minding their own business, plus size people, if you will, and they just get shit on for no reason. I don't think that's cool. I think you're just a fucking dick and a douchebag if you're harassing innocent people.
Yeah, I actually fully agree. You know, for example, if you made videos called "She thinks being fat is healthy and we should only date fat people."
Okay, well, like, with that, it's not... You're not just, like, with that, it's not him making fun of, like, a completely random person. It's not a completely fucking random person. Right? Because that's someone who is actively making content about how everyone should be fat. Now, obviously, are they going to get some over-exaggerated hate? Of course, because this is the online space. People, more often than not, take things too far. However, if people want to criticize that video, they are more than welcome to, because you brought that video, your opinions, into the public space. And if you think people can't criticize you for that, then I'm sorry, you know? Sorry for the screech. Like, for example... Like, it doesn't happen often, but like sometimes people make videos about me and they don't like my opinions on certain stuff. That comes with the territory of being a opinionated content creator. That's going to happen. That's something you have to accept. You know? I wish people would acknowledge that. Like, not... Like, unless you're like someone who's like ultra positive content who always tries to stay out of controversial stuff, like you just play video games or you just talk about like movies, then I get it, you know. But if you're, especially like this is some kinda a political topic, people are gonna talk about it. I'm sorry, they are.
People. Here's my response. These people think being fat is healthy. If you're not fat, you're fat phobic. Not something anyone has ever said. This is not healthy. This is what being healthy in 2022 looks like. Pathetic. Gen Z thinks being skinny is racist. Again, no one thinks that. Go outside.
Ethan, he's calling out the extremists in the fat acceptance movement. Those aren't normal people minding their own business. Also, the gall for this guy to say go outside when he looks like he's about to tell me about the harvest moon.
It is one of the most frustrating aspects of channels like this, knowing that them and their audience are the vocal majority on the internet by a lot, and then still manage to pretend like SJWs are the ones in real control and they're the brave vanguard fighting back by saying what everyone else is too scared to say. Brother, I've got some news for you. Steven Crowder is one of YouTube's favorite white supremacists. They have constantly bent the terms of service around keeping him on the platform, when they should have permanently banned him years ago, but because he brings in a good amount of money.
So I don't think Steven Crowder should be banned. I don't even think who's like a leftist. That's see, the problem is like the leftists I bring up are more often than not popular on Twitch. I don't think Steven Crowder should be banned the same way I don't think Tim Pool should be banned. I don't think Destiny should be banned. I don't think Hassan should be banned. I don't think Frogan should be banned. I don't think Venom should be banned. I am a true believer in free speech. Unless you are actively calling for the death or harm of another person, I don't think you should be banned off the platform. I think you should be allowed to say what you want to say. Like, for example, I don't think Asmongold should have been banned for his opinion on the Israel versus Palestine stuff. The same way, I don't think Frogan should have been banned for her opinions on veterans. Now, you can disagree with me on that, but I'm of the opinion that either all of it's okay or none of it's okay. That's just me, and you're more than welcome to disagree with me on that. But that's how I feel. Because I feel like once we start picking and choosing who we allow to be banned, it's a slippery slope when it comes to that sort of shit. Alex Jones, look at Alex Jones. He was banned. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Oh wait, was Alex Jones banned off of YouTube, or I thought InfoWars was still on YouTube. Let me double check that. I thought InfoWars was still on YouTube. Oh, it is not. It's not anymore. Okay. For some reason, I thought it still was. Oh wait, no, I remember now because Vito was fucking crying about how Alex Jones was on someone else's YouTube channel as a guest.
Money for him, they don't care. Steven Crowder thinks exactly the way Sensitive Society does about fat people.
There he is again, comparing Sensitive Society to a conservative. This is reaching in Praise of Shadows levels of bad. Oh wow, this guy makes fun of fat activists? You know who else makes fun of them? Fascists.
Sensitive Society and the gang of freaks that all make videos just like him constantly lure people into more and more radicalizing content. You watch a video where Sensitive Society says a fat person on Broadway is like a blind person flying a plane, then you find out, oh hey, Ben Shapiro thinks that way too. Oh hey.
That is such a reach, by the way. That's like, oh, what's that? Ethan is online, thinks that we should respect people's choices and sexualities. You know who else thinks that way? Mr. Girl. Therefore, Ethan is online is a pedo. Like, you see how much of an insane reach that is?
Hey, they've both done videos about how much they hate Lizzo. Oh, Jordan Peterson also hates black and fat people. And before you know it, that person's only consuming racist propaganda. And I know this very well because it happened to me when I was a
Why is it always like the Xander holes where it's like, I know people can be racist because it happened to me. But like, maybe that was just you being a dipshit. Maybe Minecraft doesn't radicalize people to a certain ideology. Maybe you're just a fucking moron who like was willing to believe whatever and you like ultra corrected yourself. I don't know. I played Minecraft. I didn't become a racist. Like, come on.
a teenager, I fell down a right-wing pipeline that led me to unironically liking Jordan Peterson. It all has to start somewhere, and in my opinion, there's no excuse for being such an obvious part of it when it's not hard to educate yourself on what the world is actually like.
Don't worry guys, he's totally not an extremist anymore. It's not like you to switch to being an extremist on the other end of the political spectrum.
Right.
Then Ethan
right.
reveals the real reason he's making this video. Oscar made a video criticizing Nick.
This is like a discount Cody Co. There's something about him that's really punchable. He's
Now it all makes sense now. Now it all makes sense. Of course, this is when Nick is not green and him were still friends.
everything I hate, and someone who most likely would have gotten bullied at high school for being an annoying, pretentious prick.
It's just so exhausting to hear people flounder around to try to find reasons to hate Nick and his content. Like, you could be jealous that he makes real videos. That's fine. It's okay. Just be honest.
Nick makes real videos. I wonder if Ethan still has the same opinion.
Honest about it.
Oh yeah, real content like the epidemic of fake beanbag reviews and role-playing stinky TikTok POVs. Ethan then discusses Oscar's coverage of Sneako's ban. Oscar makes it clear that he does not like Sneako, but doesn't like that Nick is telling his viewers to mass report Sneako's.
And that's my position too. I don't think you should, unless it's someone that's actively like harming someone else. Keep in mind, I do not like what Sneako says whatsoever. That guy is, he's a racist. He believes in conspiracies about certain groups of people controlling the world. His opinions on women are fucking dog shit. A lot of other stuff about that guy, but I don't think he should have been banned because in my opinion, I think his ban further radicalized him because he's saying all that insane shit, right? And then he gets banned, and then in his mind, he goes, "Oh my God, the people I'm calling out, the certain group of people I'm calling out, they know I'm speaking the truth. They're trying to silence me." I'm giving you the N-word pass. Yo. Appreciate that, my neighbor. I appreciate that. Yo, I'm collecting the N-word passes. I got one from Tyrone. I got one from Mr. Gamer. I got one IRL. I'm collecting them like goddamn Pokemon. But point is, I'm just not a fan of banning people usually.
This channel. It's a very touchy subject.
Now it's kind of funny when someone who actively promotes people being banned gets banned. You know, that's kind of like that's like a karma situation. But like ideally for me, I don't like seeing content creators get banned.
I'm not going to dive too deep into it. Should Sneako have been banned for saying those things about Chad? Probably. People just didn't like how Nick was going about it. My issue with deplatforming Sneako is that it feeds into his persecution complex.
Exactly what I just said. Yo, Rob, I swear I did not watch this section prior. Yo, me and Rob, we on the same wavelength, brother. We on the same wavelength.
And isolates his audience to other platforms where he can radicalize them. Ethan focuses more on defending Nick instead of being nuanced. Oscar's take isn't that great, but he's not supporting what Sneako did. He disagrees with both sides. 2 weeks later, Oscar would respond back with a video humorously titled, "Addressing the allegations made against me." To make things short, Oscar thinks making his videos out to be political is dumb, and he agrees that his content is lazy.
All you need to do is keyword search a woman through any of these weirdos' videos, and it kind of tells you all you need to know. It's lazy content. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Yeah, you're damn right. It's lazy.
Yeah, it's lazy content for sure. That's why he's able to produce it so
lazy
quickly.
content, and I've said this many times that I make in about an hour and a half. I don't know how this is an insult. Like, I've never hidden the fact that it's easy, lazy content to make. Don't get me wrong, I love making it, and it's really fun.
I don't even necessarily have a problem with lazy content as a rule, but do you really have the exclusive...
like you can't be like lazy content is bad when you actively support like Hassan Piker style reaction videos, you know?
We talk about e-girls and OnlyFans girls and trans people and fat people. Is that like really? Do we really need to hear more weird?
Dude, you really have to talk about incels and man being cringe and calling people transphobic. Do you really have to keep doing that? Can you talk about something else? Aren't you more original than this? Every single point this fucker's throwing at me, it could easily be applied to you and your stupid political takes. Being macho is cringe. This is stuff that's been said for years. Man equals bad guys. Like, that's all you fucking talk about, dude.
Besides that, there really aren't any other big points he makes. It's just him shitposting. Sometime after this, Ethan would respond back on stream, uploading it as a video to his second channel titled, "This guy begged for me to see his response video, LMAO." It's incredibly boring because he just restates his original points.
Dude, I hope to start YouTube beef like this. I want to start a YouTube beef so that way I can gain a bunch of subscribers, you know?
Over and over again. If you want to watch it yourself, the link is down below.
Sense of Society, hit me up in DMs. I think we can start some shit, you know? I think it'd be beneficial to both of us.
So, I'm skipping it because it's just really fucking boring. The two would enter a stalemate of sorts, with neither really being seen as clearly in the right. Again, Oscar wasn't really trying to make any grand points against Ethan, he was just having a laugh. The drama would re-spark in mid-2023, when Sensitive Society covered IDubbbz's apology video. Ethan used this as an opportunity to make another video on Oscar. Well,
this is when I heard about Ethan is online. This at this point, this is when like Ethan became like was under my radar, because he had made I saw Sense of Society made a response video to this, I believe. What Andy Pants responded to K-Huck's tweet about the stream tonight? Oh my god, did he? I need to see this. Why is he always in her? Don't quit your day job. Yeah. I think the reason why he like loves responding to her is because is because one, she's a woman. You said beef, Nerdy John. I thought about that one Wendy's commercial. Where's the beef? Yeah. Dude, Andy Pants is fucking cringe as shit, man.
While also covering other commentary channels' takes on the apology. I'll cover this video in the next section, but this would lead to Oscar making a response back. He mainly covers how Ethan twists what people say in order to go after them, and also makes fun of them.
The way iDubbbz is talking about this is like if you went to Africa, brought like 10, 15 little boys to America, and iDubbbz made those people slaves and fed him nothing but
What? Excuse me? Oh, that's a fucking wild clip.
beans and water. They didn't. Why does it look like he's fucking nutty? Does my voice really turn you on that much? I will have to say this: cool Garfield plushie and cool lava lamp. If I was 10, I would definitely be rocking this.
Now, sometime after this video, Ethan would invite Oscar on stream for a conversation. That's at least how it was pitched to Oscar. This is pretty much the climax of their feud, and I just have to go over it because it's a goldmine of stupidity. It's very clear from the start that Ethan doesn't want to have a conversation, as whenever Oscar elaborates on something, Ethan cuts him off and pretends he's changing the subject.
This person can engage in really deceptively made, really harmful right-wing content because it was the autoplay of your next video and they feel the same. They say the same
like if my like I make content that I want to make. It is not my fault. In fact, I think that says more about the person who's watching that video that it autoplays something horrible, you know? Like, I don't know about you guys, but like my autoplay is stuff like movie reviews, the kill count from Dead Meat, other commentary videos, stuff like that. Like that's my autoplay. How is autoplay his problem? Exactly, Lamp. That's fucking, like, to have that as like an actual criticism against him is weird.
Thing.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I stayed in silence because I wanted to get everything you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I
will say, Sensitive Society, obviously, it seems like he's very awkward when it comes to this. Don't get me wrong. I've definitely been awkward trying to like explained myself before on streams. But it's clear he's not a live streamer with this. He's not a debater.
This is such a unique argument because it's like, well, your video was next on autoplay or Ben Shapiro's.
No.
Wait, no. What do you mean no? He's trying to address your point. He's trying to address your point. You're like, no. Like, no, he's honestly trying to address your point here. Say what you want about Sense of Society. It seems like he's actually trying to like have a productive conversation here while you're like,
I'm telling you.
That was my fault. And on top of that, I want to say, this is regarding this and regarding everything. I am not responsible.
Okay, so we're not talking about what I'm talking. We're moving on from what I was talking about. Cool.
No, Ethan. He's trying to have an actual conversation with you. Like, you can whine about YouTube saying that, but the creators themselves, nah, dog. Get out of here with that. Exactly. Such weak argumentation. This is why I don't. The whole like unless you're actively saying yes, do this thing, I don't think you should be accused of like radicalizing someone.
Okay, I'll just address it here.
Well, you just don't want to talk about you're moving on.
Bro, let the guy talk.
Let me speak!
Now, while I do agree with the basics of what Oscar is saying, he isn't the best debater. Though to be fair to him,
it's clear that Ethan, despite saying it's a conversation, he's not interested in it being a conversation whatsoever. None at all. And I feel really bad for him in that instance. Then again, he makes like 10 times the money I do. So mine is retro gameplay, music, and wrestling LMAO or podcasts. Oh, well, you're being radicalized, Johnny Hex.
He didn't come on expecting a debate. Ethan continually makes the conversation hostile and even begins smoking weed to calm himself down.
I'm going to break this down, Oscar, and I need you to follow me. I need you to follow me.
Okay, I'm gonna put my weed down just to focus on you.
Dude, they're both fucking smoking throughout this. But yeah, that's like, I don't want to watch the whole video, because I mean, for one, I don't. That's 2 hours long. We're 25 minutes in, and we're already we're approaching 2 hours, kinda. It's not like Sense of Society carefully cultivated a playlist of progressively more right wing stuff from video to video to radicalize someone. That's just retarded assumption to make. Now, what's funny is like Ethan is online, goes after people like that. But like, you know who I've never once seen him talk about what's his name? The guy who made the fucking racist Fallout video. Fallout TV. Synthetic Man, that's his name, Synthetic Man. I've never seen him once talk about Synthetic Man. Synthetic Man is an actual fucking racist who like will show you race statistics to prove his point. Like this guy, Space Marine 2. He complains that there's a single black guy in the entire game. He complains that there's a woman. He complains that there's a black guy. Oh, of course he made a video on Dragon Age. Wait, I'm tired of playing mediocre slop. You make mediocre slop. Like him and Andy Pants Gaming are like the actual people who make like the content that the content that Ethan complains about is the actual content that people like Andy Pants Gaming, that Synthetic Man, that Ranting for Vengeance, they make the actual content. Ranting for Vengeance said that black people, all they do is riot and loot. How is it that like no one else is talking about that? Synthetic Man versus Ethan is Online. Oh my god. A mental regression. Yeah. Battle of the Minds. But yeah, like this guy, he makes like legitimately bad racist content. And then you find out that like he's into like futa lolly bullshit. So like he's a pedo on top of all that. He's a pedo on top of everything. And like I've never seen, oh my god. Imagine the fucking gold mine of content for people like Nick is Not Green and Ethan is Online if they fucking made fun of this guy. That would be content that I would be in favor of them making. I mean, not really, because they would probably advocate for his ban, which again, despite what Synthetic Man says, I don't advocate for his ban. I just advocate for him to be made fun of because he's an awful person. But yeah. Like, holy shit. But did you see someone did a Freedom of Information request and MKBHD was caught speedrunning 3 times? Oh no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to talk about real quick? Because like again, I don't want to watch the whole video. Not because it's not a good video. It is a good video, but I don't want to re-delve into the super mega stuff again. Partly because I think I've covered that enough. Shoot, I think that's gonna be it for this episode today. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I'm sorry I didn't stream last week. Again, I was kind of I was a little busy. But it's good to not be back because it wasn't like I was on a break. I was still making stuff. But it's good to get this into the swing of things again. Let me get the outro music going for First Rate Town. First, before we go, I gotta thank all the lovely members of this channel, because without you guys, this content would not be possible. First, we gotta thank the one, the only, we gotta thank Pigeon Salad for being a Super Nerd 3. That is the $9.99 tier. Seriously, man, you're fucking awesome with that support. Then we have the Super Nerd 2s, which are I Have Loved the Stars 2 fondly, which is the $4.99 tier. Thank you again for your amazing support. Then we have the Super Nerd 1s, which you can join for just 99 cents. We have Nix, we have GG Hearts, we have Lady Norris, we have K-Huck, McMuffin, Daniel J, and Annie. Guys, thank you so much for all the support that you've shown the channel. This is Nerdy John signing out. Take care. And listen, you all have a good rest of your day. If the music will start, please start. Will it start? Oh, of course not. Oh, here we go. It's loading. Boom.
First-rate town, and all you ever notice are the ways it stretched too far. Well, it has been knocked down, but some of us are still left here between the scars. And when you look around, all you ever notice is you cannot see the stars. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave. When the last door closed, you packed your clothes and went back to Montreal. Said it was colder there, a chill hangs in the air, it helps you forget it all. You left an empty bookshelf that I didn't fill till fall. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just don't see it at all. You can never leave, cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave, cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave, cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave. Well, it will fade as all things must. I loved you, but you didn't love me enough. Winter comes, the car will rust. I'll start it up, then always run a little rough. This is a first-rate town, and all you ever notice are the ways it's stretched too far. They'll keep the death rates down, it's colder than a winter spent in defrosting cars. We talked a lot of leaving, didn't think you'd get that far. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very